Welcome back to the Unlearning Curve. This session, it's kind of like a church potluck. There may be some good, there may be some bad, but you're going to get a lot of just different stuff all across the table and maybe lots of casseroles. But the man who makes the casseroles is Karl Forehand, and joining me also, JD, I don't know, are you more of a salad or casserole guy?
If I had a choice, probably casserole. I feel like your average casserole is going to be better than your average. The problem is I'm vegetarian, so casseroles.
I have a dissenting opinion on casseroles.
Really?
I have a dissenting opinion on casseroles because
Tell us.
I think if you make a casserole, you can make it good by just dumping a bunch of cheese on top of it.
That's true.
It makes it.
And they put stuff like corn flakes and crumble that up and make it crunchy. And I just don't think it's real cooking. If you throw tater tots in a pan and put cheese over it, that's not
But
really.
you're talking about like a craft. What I'm talking about is if I have to consume one, my average salad versus like that someone's going to bring to a potluck versus my average casserole, I'm going casserole every time.
Yeah,
I gotta say. But I agree with you. It's not real cooking. Yeah. No, absolutely not. But that's not the conversation we're having.
No, is it fancier than like crock pot? I mean, it's kind of just like, let's just throw a bunch of shit in something and I just
put some cheese on it. You gotta have cheese all over the top of it. So on.
Well, yeah.
My rule with casseroles, I feel like also it's kind of similar to like fast food. Generally, like it, it always can taste good when it comes out of the oven and it's hot. But like, do the leftovers still hold up? A lot of times casseroles, the answer is no.
Not pizza.
Usually, yeah.
Not
it
like
starts congealing and things like that.
Yeah.
The exception would be Italian food. Usually tastes better second time around. I don't know.
I'll say anything with tomato usually.
True.
If you put it in the fridge and then heat it up again, or even if you don't, if you eat it cold, it's usually better.
I like that.
I was making tomato curry recently, so I have a lot of experience with this.
Are you a cook? Are you? I don't know about anyone's like talents or abilities.
I make a lot of slop. Like I just throw things in a pan. I think it usually tastes good, but my presentation is terrible.
Okay. But taste wise, you do it well.
Dad definitely taught me enough to like he taught me survival cooking, lots of good like Tex-Mex stuff. So I'm appreciative of that.
Spicy stuff that has whatever they call it, that spice to it.
Capsaicin or...
Oh yeah, cayenne pepper.
I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's instead of sweet and sour, it's more spice based, like Tex-Mex. Anyway,
so I'm hearing the Forehands can handle spicy foods.
We can.
Okay, good.
Half of us can. Half of us can.
Say, well, you guys were diabolical. You could feed me like really spicy food when I was pretty young.
Well, you ate quite a bit of it and tolerated it at least.
It never really bothered me. I just thought that, like the stories of like me eating habaneros at like 5 years old is makes me sometimes think that maybe CPS should have at least stopped by.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people think there's something wrong with my wife and I because we
for more things than that. Probably that probably wasn't the only issue. But
I think at the time you guys were probably doing better than like what the standard was. So I can't
doing the best we could.
Just giving you a hard time.
Can I say one more thing, Stuart?
Oh, please do.
You
don't have to ask permission.
So part of another article I wrote the other day was about, it's titled, "Your Gravy's Not That Good." Because gravy is real simple to make. It's greasy broth, a little bit of flour, a little bit of seasoning, and stir it and boil it and then let it simmer. But people go, if someone says, I didn't make any gravy, I'll make some. So Sister Susie makes gravy and everybody goes, oh, that's the best gravy I ever tasted. You're making the gravy from now on. What that really means usually is I don't want to make the gravy. So you're the one. You bring the stuffing because your stuffing is amazing. I want to say most people that cook, your cooking's not that good. It's just because you're the only one that'll do it anyway.
Carl's calling people.
But that's good. You're talking down a little bit, but there is something to that though, that like we do need to do it in a communal way, right? Because even if my stuffing is maybe better, I may not have the mental capacity to talk to you, like, or to cook that. I may not have enough burners in my kitchen or something like that. Similar to what you were saying, Stuart, with in the last segment. It's like we still got to work. We still got to figure out a way to do this. We're going from it seems like our like Thanksgiving kitchen is turning into a little bit of a Comet Pizza thing. But anyway, this is the crossing over those two discussions. But anyway, I do think that it is important to try to bring everyone in. Again, give people grace when maybe their cooking isn't as good as it should be. That's all right.
Yeah.
At least we got other dishes, right? We have variety.
Yeah, that's part of it too. Yeah, just
But okay.
want
But
everybody to
shall grace be given to those that, because you've been around these people that talk up their cooking game, that like to brag about their cooking game, and then you eat their food and you're like,
guillotines for these people.
Okay, thank you.
A chef should never be braggadocious unless you're like Anthony Bourdain or something. Like you should be like, it's not that good. Like you need to be humble about your cooking. I agree. I totally agree with that.
you just say, I like to cook. I like to cook for people. And that's
I usually tell people, for me, it's meditative.
Yeah. I like cooking. I like to cook for people.
Yeah.
But I think my mom knows she's not a good cook. And Laura doesn't even pretend to cook because she puts stuff on the stove and goes in the living room and sits down and
she's
stick to the bottom.
She's upfront about it though. But I will say that like she would make like hamburger helper and stuff, and it was fine. She didn't let us starve. And then I mean, and you can cook like pretty well, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to be able to cook that well. But the point is that she doesn't say she's a good cook.
Okay.
She's honest, which I have. That's one of the many reasons I love my very beautiful mother.
Yeah, and it's, if I say to my mother-in-law, love the desserts you bring, then she's going to bring them back the next time. We won't have to worry about desserts. So there's always part of that. Anyway, I got us sidetracked.
You do have to be careful.
No. So wait, so you're giving us advice on how to mess with our mother-in-law's heads, like if we don't want to do something. So
why wouldn't you?
that's true. I've never just tried the like, oh my god, the holidays were so much nicer that you weren't here this year. I'm sorry you had to stay at home. Like, can we like work it that way? Like, is it, or is it just the cooking?
Yeah, there's all types of ways to manipulate.
Maybe to bring it into from the last session, maybe we should take dunking off of random people online and bring it into the Thanksgiving dinner table. Dunk on
At first, I thought you were talking about Dunkin'. I thought like
prefer underhanded
donuts. I was
manipulation. I like underhanded
that's
manipulation.
What I'm saying. We don't have to. Well, you're saying you prefer manipulation?
Yeah.
You
well,
are
when it
more
comes
of a
to my
conniving
mother-in-law,
individual.
Okay.
with my mother-in-law at least.
Okay. Carl,
Yeah, I
do you
agree.
get along well with your mother-in-law?
What?
Do you get along well with your mother-in-law? This is like, we're getting deep on this show.
Fairly well, right?
Okay,
I think you guys get on pretty well.
Yeah, we do okay.
I think you guys get along quite well.
We do pretty
It's
well.
not like you're like philosophizing with each other for hours, but I don't sense much animosity.
It's good. He's a good son-in-law.
I love my grandma.
Yeah.
I'm
She's
being
pretty
very
good at
vague
it.
this episode. Called my mom beautiful, so I love my grandma. Check.
So okay. So the time codes for each of these in the episode are this. If you're
Clip
going,
these
if
and
this
send them to my grandma and mother, please.
Christmas gifts. Here you go, Grandma.
There we go.
All right, so we're talking about food, and Carl, you mentioned we can hop into some news as we're starting off.
Yeah,
and
I'm hungry for some news.
I know. So first thing I had on my list was I think nationwide food stamps are getting cut on November 1st. So, oh wait, that sucks.
Yeah.
So we've got that happening. We've got like healthcare premiums are going up. The U.S. national debt has now surpassed 38 trillion, the fastest accumulation of $1 trillion outside of the pandemic. Woohoo!
Yeah.
And all the while, we have a $300 million ballroom going in next to the White House. Kristi Noem spent $200 million of DHS's money to buy 2 new jets. She's learned from the pastors. Trump is now asking for $230 million for to reimburse himself for the past cases that the government had brought against him for doing crimes.
Stuart, fake news. He said he's going to donate to charity.
Yeah, he's
Big
done great.
lies
Yeah, it'll be his
Fake
own
news,
charity
Stuart
too.
Delony.
Yeah.
It'll be a charity that's run by Eric.
Sons, yeah.
Yeah. No, not even a whiff.
Don, Eric, and Ivanka.
So yes, the news is fucked up now. Carl, what other news
Yeah.
ideas were you wanting to talk about?
Well, around here, the
great.
farmers are pissed off because,
that's true.
all the cuts to U.S. aid, and then Trump sent $40 billion to Argentina, to this guy that he says it's like his bro, I guess, since
Javier Milei.
Putin let him down. He thought he was friends with Putin, but he realized the truth. So now he's friends.
It'll go back and forth more. It always does. He's like, Putin seems like he says these things. He says beautiful things about me, but then he changes his mind later. It's strange.
And I found out he was manipulating me.
Yeah.
It's just like Melania in bed.
But so they're mad because he sent $40 billion to rescue, to what do you call it when you like
taxpayer money,
like Chrysler when you bail out. Yeah, that's the right word. And so then what also happened though is China is kind of upset about all the tariffs, so they stopped. I think in April or May,
and rare earths. There's a lot of stuff about rare earths right now too with China.
Yeah, they stopped buying soybeans from the United States, and the farmers are also mad because all their costs have gone up as well. But then now China's. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say also soybeans, but now also the big thing is beef as well.
Yeah, and so they're buying, but the soybeans China's buying all their soybeans from Argentina and Brazil, and not the United States.
Yeah.
And that was a big part of where we sold soybeans to. And so the farmers are pretty upset. But yeah, then that other part kind of comes in. What did you just say?
The beef industry.
So now Trump's also saying buy beef from Argentina. That's the last chapter, the most recent chapter.
America first.
Yeah, I don't know
exactly
why we're giving up all of our aid, our aid to other countries that could help people that are really in need. We're bailing out this one guy because Trump's found a new bro or something,
But this factors into, JD, what you had said, like on, I think the first session we were doing today, is that money is a myth. All of this is a joke, and we're just in on it.
Yep. But it's all about posture. I mean, especially with the Argentinian thing, it's all about posturing. It's just we're the same kind of wacky guys. Look at us, wacky presidents that just we're unorthodox, and by that we just fucking stumble over our own micro penises into like some fucking World War III. Is what it seems like is happening. But it's I don't know. It's a real nightmare.
Yeah.
In terms of foreign policy, I don't really know what there is that much can be done, to be honest.
So
I'm just excited foreign policy wise that Herschel Walker is now the ambassador to the Bahamas.
Oh my God.
That's going to fix it.
And you didn't mention the Tylenol debate. The Tylenol is now the cause of autism and all those kind of crazy things from our Department of Health and Human Services.
Maha.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important thing right now. I don't know.
Wild.
I hope people, to be fair though, like Americans have long like not trusted like the American like the healthcare system because they can't really access it in a lot of cases. So I'm hoping that people just don't really hear about a lot of this stuff and just kind of continue doing what they've been doing. And I mean, I don't know exactly in terms of numbers, but I think most doctors are going to continue to follow best practices to the ability that they're able to, or to the degree that they're able to. But
the hard thing is just with all of this just floating around, it's like the insurance companies are like, well, the government's not requiring it, we're not going to cover it. You've had people be like, oh, if you want to get a flu vaccine, sure, we're not stopping you from doing it, but your insurance company doesn't want to pay for it. And it's just us just taking it over and over again, but that's just the American way right now.
I get my vaccinations through the county. I don't know who's paying for that, if it's the state or my county or whatever.
The most important thing is it's not you.
Yeah, I did see the price of it, and that seemed a little outrageous.
Well,
I'm curious, how much was a flu vaccine?
It might have been the shingles vaccine, but one of them was $250. I don't remember which one that was, because I got the COVID and the flu at the same time, and then I got the COVID shots and the flu shot, not the flu and COVID. But then at a later date, I got the shingles vaccination also.
But again, this just goes back to the point that Stuart raised that I made earlier, that like money doesn't exist and we should just like these companies should be put under the government, and we should say, hey, we designed this vaccine and the scientists that worked on it got paid for it, and now there's no profit made on it because there shouldn't be profit incentive on health, because we should just want people, like, even if you want to be Christian about it, we should help everyone. We should be the good Samaritan and help people even when they can't afford to pay for it. It's just the right thing to do.
politician told me it was perfectly okay that he's our state senate, one of our state representatives. He told me it was perfectly okay that our teachers are paid like 50th in the nation. They're terribly paid, and the schools are terribly underfunded in Missouri, where I live. And he kind of, reiterated to me that that's okay. That's okay. It's kind of like, well, they're in a worthwhile reputation. They don't want to do what they do for money, but they still.
Oh, I love that. Politicians too. That's why we should pay politicians minimum wage. Fuck
Yeah,
you, piece of shit.
I mean, that was
Fucking
just his
people
attitude.
saying
Real
that shit.
cavalier, not excited about it. Well, we do offer retirement stuff that kind of offsets that pay a little bit, but he never really answered. He did say he stopped taking money from Herzog, which is the company that tries to most influence things around here. Anyway,
I know this isn't college sports. It's not exciting to get ranked just because you're ranked in this one. Hey, we're 50th. We're ranked.
Yeah.
There's only 50. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We were right there with Oklahoma. We're the worst here.
Yay, very good.
I'm curious. Hey, Karl, you went to the No Kings, didn't you? Did you do a No Kings?
Last time. I didn't go this. I was gone.
You didn't go this time? Okay, then
gone.
You won't be able to answer my question. I just didn't know when. I haven't gotten my Soros check in the mail for being out there, and I just didn't know.
Yeah. I went to the one last time. I went to the one that's where I shop a lot of times and where we have to go to get big things and so on in St. Joe. So I did go local and didn't get any pay. We're going to talk about halftime shows sometime.
So yeah, talking about petty stuff like we'd mentioned, this is one of the fun things that is happening now with conservatism in America now that everyone is really upset on the right side of who is going to be playing in the Super Bowl. No, who's going to be performing for 15 minutes in the halftime show. Okay, yes. So it is the Snowflakes who can't get up and hit the mute button and walk away for 10 minutes are needing an alternative halftime show performance. Turning Point USA is doing one. Don't they know they already have the Puppy Bowl? Do people not know about that? Like, yeah, I mean, that's been going on for like 20 years. The Puppy Bowl for halftime show.
That. I also don't think I've ever like watched a halftime show. I think I leave it like it gets left on in the background, but I'm usually like getting food or like it's like a commercial for me. Like if I catch pieces of it, it's fine, but I've never like been like, I gotta watch it. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird.
So yeah, so conservatives are mad because we have someone that's performing that's not speaking English and in their minds is also not a U.S. citizen, which is also not true.
Not true.
But,
yeah.
Yes. So somehow
a lot of people are confused about Puerto Rico is what it comes down to.
Yes.
Can I oddly and uncomfortably weave an illustration here that doesn't
weave away?
Only if you do a good job. If you do a bad job, I'm going to.
Are you using a loom?
Be like my gravy, right? Okay. So I think it was the Hank Williams Sr., the show about his life, and he's like going to sing, songs that they're trying to get him to switch to a more popular venue, but he wants to sing gospel. And I think it was him. It was either Hank Williams or someone like him. And he said, "What do you have? Something against Jesus?" They said, "No, we just want you to sing something that's a little more mainstream. Religious music is over there. We want a different venue, And I was just thinking, in my mind, I know you've got like the 20 most recent halftime Super Bowl shows, but I think we've kind of treated people like that the whole time. If it's slightly different, then it's radical. It's not. It's to be afraid of, and that's probably our religious upbringing, right?"
I think it's
and with all this, I'll note that the people at halftime don't get paid to do this. So I know everyone's so furious about this for someone that's playing for free, even though I understand exposure, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it isn't as if Bad Bunny needs more exposure. I think he's one of the most streamed artists like worldwide.
Yeah, he's very, very popular.
I literally had never heard of I actually thought first of all, I thought it was a female. And then I also didn't know that I didn't know anything about them until like this became a controversy, which happens so often. Like you guys, and but this goes kind of back to the previous Super Bowl. I forget even what her name is, but the Bud Light commercial with the trans influencer or whatever. Like when that whole thing, oh my God, this person is doing it. I was like, who? I don't know who. and that's how I think everyone should. You should know who these people are. Like, obviously, if you listen to like pop music or something,
Mulvaney.
Mulvaney, that's right. But the only thing I
Dylan,
know
not
is that
Mick, but yes,
Dylan Mulvaney. That's
Her,
right.
it's her,
not
right?
Mick Mulvaney, but yeah,
That's I think
he'd look interesting in track though.
Point being is, I don't know. I think people just really want to be outraged by something, which again it goes back to the in-group out-group thing. So we're outraged about this, so we share the narrative, and so we get to be outraged together, and that makes us feel like
you said that too. Like, what an American thing for, and this isn't the halftime show, but like, what an American thing for us to be outraged over a commercial that we're being forced to watch. It's like, it's just like these are glorious commercials,
but not like this.
Yeah, I know. What have you done to our beloved commercials?
To be honest, I don't like rap. I mean, I know JD's kind of grown to appreciate it over time, and
I used to not like it. Now it's like the main music I listen to.
I love poetry, and I like that part of it. Mm-hmm. If I can understand the words, if I can hear the words when they're saying it, then I like it. But
let's have a conversation sometime. I can get you into some like pretty good underground conscious hip hop that you'll probably really like.
Yeah, I think I would. I mean, I love
jazz kind of stuff.
I love it's good. Bob Dylan's not a rapper, but I love the poetry and the songwriting, all that stuff.
He's basically a rapper. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. Something like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't sit down and watch a halftime show, and usually I use that time to do something else anyhow.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that big a deal to me, and certainly not worth protesting.
You got to get rid of the casserole. You got to get more room.
But I think recently you have that list of those 20. Are there any interesting ones in there? Because I think nowadays what they don't like is it's black people or dark people.
A lot of it, I mean, it's like, I'll just rattle off a couple of them. If that's the case, we know that they've been mad for a while because it's Bad Bunny, Kendrick Lamar, Usher. I'm not giving the whole list of them. I'm just giving the first ones. Rihanna, and then 2022, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, and Mary J. Blige. The Weeknd before that, Shakira, Jennifer Lopez, Bad Bunny before that. Then we had Maroon 5.
Bad Bunny already?
Yeah, he's already on there. Yep.
Yeah,
Satan.
Just 5 years ago.
Yeah, and then we had, I guess we had a white streak for a while too. So if you want to take it that way, we've got Maroon 5. This is 19. Justin Timberlake. Then we've got Lady Gaga before that. We've got Coldplay.
In the 80s? Is that the 80s?
No, this is
2017.
No, I'm sorry. No, 19 is Maroon 5. 18 is Timberlake. 17 is Gaga. Coldplay is 16. Katy Perry is 15. With Bruno Mars and the Chili Peppers is 14. And then we have Beyonce.
I was going to say, I thought maybe that was during Reagan years or something there.
Well, the Reagan years.
Finally won. We got white people on the halftime show.
Yeah. No, but if you mention the Reagan years, it's just really, they almost just did like little parades, like a salute to the big band era, Mardi Gras festival. Yeah, salute to 60s and Motown.
I bet salute to 60s and Motown was very controversial. That would be something to go look back at as like newspaper articles during the whichever Super Bowl that was. Super Bowl 16, something like that. But anyway, that would be interesting because I bet there was moral panic about that. Oh, we have too many of and they probably wouldn't have said black people. They probably would have used different words. But anyway, yeah. So the point is, none of this is new. None of this is new. It's just fake posturing and outrage. It's so ridiculous.
These lists are so dumb too, because like 88 something grand featuring. Listen, this isn't AI. 88 grand pianos and the Rockettes the Rockettes, because that's like I don't even know when the Rockettes were popular. Either way, this is it's moral outrage for nothingness is really what's happening.
We should. Well, I'm okay with going back to tributes to stuff. We should just do like cool tributes, like tribute to. I don't know what we tribute to 9/11. Tribute to.
Yeah.
I don't know. People would love. True. People would definitely watch a 9/11 halftime show right now.
Yeah, they asked Mike Johnson who he would. They said who should we have? Lee Greenwood, maybe. Mm-hmm. Like that's an obvious choice. Like for all times, for every get together, is to have that stupid song.
But Karl, plot twist, because there has been lately a bunch of rumors about Mike Johnson on Grindr, and he's not talking about that Lee Greenwood.
I see.
Yeah. So it's one of those ones where Greenwood just means he's a little bit younger than him. Come on, Greenwood.
Yeah.
Like say Greenwood.
Or
Similar
does.
to the pool boys situations we've talked about previously.
Oh, very much. I'm pretty sure Mike Johnson is the power bottom, but
believe it or not, the Bad Bunny was not the most dangerous halftime show ever, though. Can I tell you about this?
Oh
gosh,
go.
this is
what
where it gets gross.
I've been teased about this, but now we're going to hear about it.
Teased in a good way.
Viewer discretion advised.
So this was a halftime that was provided for a crowd of 45,000 fans attending the Jets-Patriots football game at Shea Stadium in December the 9th, 1979. And so it was celebrating, for some reason, the Electronic Eagles of Radio Communication Association of Greater New York. So it's model airplanes. And that was the halftime show.
Airplane, he says.
That they would be flying around these model airplanes and flying them into the crowd and so on. And I suppose they weren't as good. But then on this occasion, however, the exhibition did not go off without a hitch. Partway through the show, a model plane crashed into the football field, a harbinger of the tragedy to come. So that's the setup. Especially after the crowd began to grow concerned about how closely the aircrafts were approaching the fans. So a spectator gave his at ease. But what happened next was this guy comes out pushing a lawnmower. And the lawnmower had no blades underneath, but it had a propeller on top. And so he pushes this lawnmower out, kind of acting like it's no big deal. And then he releases it. It begins to fly. And so that wows the crowd. But of course, he keeps getting closer and closer to the crowd, and even has it doing loops like the airplanes were. And eventually, of course, he loses control, and this contraption of his actually chops someone to death in 19. So maybe everybody's responding to that trauma. And I'm kind of laughing, but it's not a funny story, really. It's kind of tragic that someone died. But
it's like Darwin Awards kind of funny, though.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it would be a lot funnier if it was the guy did it to himself, but yeah.
Or if it was like someone in the audience had been like, oh, they have a deathly fear of lawnmowers, and they're like, no, it's just a football game. Come on, let's go. Nothing will ever happen.
Do it. You'll be fine. I mean, the Jets fans were probably stoked. That's one less Patriots fan out there. So
yeah,
that's true.
I'm not a big fan of the Patriots. I'm not saying the guy should have died, though.
Most of bad things happen when guys say, what's the worst that could happen?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing good coming after that.
It generally turns out that it's a lot.
Yeah.
And you didn't think about it, but it's longer than you thought.
Something you can't imagine, but it's going to happen. And so the guy got off. It was the district attorney. No. The district attorney said, Stop it. The district attorney said the authorities had no reason to believe the incident was anything other than just an accident, and the matter was judged to be a civil issue rather than a criminal one. I think they did later bring civil action. I'm not sure. It doesn't say whether that was successful or not. Verified story on Snopes, at least.
It is. But I like that added too. Like when the Snopes thing has a guy like, they interviewed an observer on the screen that says looked like he'd been attacked by an axe and then underwent emergent surgery that evening. Part of me is going like, that evening, I would.
How do you know what
they're going to get him there right now?
How do you know what it looks like when somebody's attacked by an axe?
That's a larger question. You should be going
also
like, yeah, that guy.
Question.
He looks just like my neighbor that I murdered.
You should stay at the station a little bit longer. We have a couple more questions.
A little bit more of his scalp showing through the bone there.
Okay, so Karl, what you're saying is we need to like bring back like something that would be exciting if there was potential death happening like during the halftime show, and we're not talking about like CTE or anything like that. But I mean, like,
feats of strength and
The eternal truth, at least since the gladiator times, the Roman times, is they came for the spectacle. We like
bread and circuses, baby.
Yeah, we like it like that. And the truth is, probably more Christians will watch Bad Bunny than if there wasn't a controversy.
Yeah,
if they're against it, I'm gonna hate watch it.
People love to hate watch stuff, which has always baffled me. It's like I used to do the same thing, and that's why it frustrates me with my students when they do that. I'm like, they're like, it makes me so. I'm just like, don't fucking. It's the old like joke of like, I go to the doctor, I'm like, it hurts when I do this. So don't do that. Then just you could not watch. Yeah, you don't need to like make yourself miserable by hate watching shit.
So far,
Perfectly fine.
NFL stood behind it. Roger, what's his face? The
Goodell.
NFL, has stuck by it and said they're going to do it, and so hopefully it still happens. And Bunny was on Saturday Night Live and did a monologue and did it part of it in Spanish and said, "Well, you got however many weeks before the Super Bowl to figure out what that means."
To learn some Spanish, yeah.
Yeah, so he kind of mocked the official language issue deal.
That's good. Just like make a mockery of the whole thing, but the whole thing's a mockery. But I also think that we also on the other side of it shouldn't. It's not a massive win either. Like there's still a bunch of children in fucking like concentration camps, so it's not like some rich person getting more exposure is not like a big fucking win in the grand scheme of things. Like, not to downplay it, whatever. People, it is inspiring for certain.
It's a huge win for liberals, JD. Give us something. Come on.
I'm not trying to. I don't want to be that guy that's just like, I don't want to be the guy that's just like, oh, everything's like it's all shit and like it's miserable. Like, if people are happy, and I do think this is something that I almost did as my topic today, which is just that, like, in the face of like oppression and like authoritarianism, one of the best things that people can do is just be happy in spite of it. Like, fuck you. No, like, you're dog shit. Your whole regime is terrible. And what you want to do is abysmal, but we're just going to enjoy our lives and we're going to make the best of it. We're going to do mutual aid where we can, or whatever we're going to do, but we're going to make it work as well as we can for us. And we're going to enjoy our lives and we're going to laugh at you. It's something that power is not very good at taking, is mockery. That's why satire is, and things of that ilk are such powerful things. That's why, who are some of the people that Trump has gone after? Not some of my favorite people, but they're, late night and talk show hosts, because they go after him with satire and they're cutting and people pay attention to it because it's funny.
Yeah.
So I think there's something to that. I lost what I was going to say, but anyway, I do think that we have to like still do find joy in that stuff.
When I was in high school, I saw Hank Williams Jr. in concert, and I was so blown away by the showmanship and all the lights, the things that happened and how they used the crowd and all that. I was just mesmerized by that. And over the years, I've seen other great performances and so on. I think for me, that's, when I get out of my political suit, that's what I really want, is I want to watch something where I'm entertained. And it's entertainment. It's when did it become my party's statement or my point, my way to make a point to my neighbors, which doesn't really. If they don't like Bad Bunny and they want to hate him, they probably will. It's maybe not my kind of music exactly, but when I watched Beyonce, it was Beyonce last year. That was, to me, that was a show
or something.
It was a great show.
Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, with SZA.
I think it was 2020 was Beyonce or something. Anyway, but
I think that she's 13, but she's done it more than once too. She's played with other people.
Yeah, that's also true. I think that goes to my point, though, is that it's like, if you enjoy that or you want to watch it or you're just curious about it, then absolutely enjoy it. But like I just think the outrage on either side is just so performative. Like, who cares, man? There's so much more important shit. There's ethnic cleansing and like war and violence going on in the world. Like, do you really, is that where you're the biggest deal in your life? Like right now is who's going to be doing the halftime show? I just, that's
some of those people on the list of the last 20 both shows at that time were probably considered the worst people in the world. Oh my God, they're destroying our kids and so on. But the Beatles and all those, they were hardly even cussing back then. They didn't say anything controversial. It's like, we just always, not only we love the spectacle and we're in love with the spectacle, we love controversy. And
we love moral panics.
This is going to make our point and help us win. And It's a problem with church and problem with a lot of parts of society, I think.
It's a problem with humanity. Because that's what we do. We put things in boxes and we have to make everything us versus them. We have to make it, this is controversial. We have to stay away from this. Everything has to be a division.
Yeah.
And we've forgotten the fact that like with this one, you can mute it. You know, you can mute this. You don't have to listen to this. You can turn the channel. You can go take a walk. You can do a lot of this stuff. And we can, other stuff like mentioning hate watching, other things, like we can do certain things that we can mute in our own lives. You know, if this stuff is bothering me and it's not good and I don't want to watch it, just opt out, walk away.
Mm-hmm.
The halftime show isn't inherently anything about personal beliefs or who we are. It doesn't change me at all. It's also not going to feed kids that aren't going to get food stamps either.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are issues that just distract from everything else that's going on that is insane.
But
right now.
what's scary is I hate to admit that I feel like compelled almost to watch the Turning Point halftime show, which is going to be, you know, probably Lee Greenwood and Kid Rock. And
that's a place you can go to dunk, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know what's fact or fiction about whether that's even going to happen, actually, but that's the way they're going to solve it. Just have their own halftime.
So it sounds like, Karl, you're saying if the stars align, which they probably won't based on time zones and everything else, during the halftime, we need to stream the Turning Point one, and we can...
That is exactly not what I'm saying, but...
Yes, you're saying we're going to be dunking all halftime.
No, I say I feel bad that I'm compelled.
Do not get me into streaming stuff. We used to do that way too much. It will become a problem for me.
Okay.
I used to be very about streaming on Twitch. We don't put these ideas in my head. We'll see.
So yes, I think the answer is people just take a breath, chill out, go touch grass, do something else. Because there's a lot of shit going on in the world, and this is probably not worth any of your attention that we've just given you. We've made it your attention for the last, what are we at right now? 30 minutes.
Take a Tylenol and go
30 now.
Go to the bathroom during the halftime show. Take a Tylenol, eat some nachos, and get over it.
Give you some Mandarin language ones too. We say more. You can touch fish, or you can tongue ping, which is lay flat. It's the same thing as like touch grass.
Oh, I got you. Touch fish or lay flat.
One of them is touch fish or lay flat. It's like tongue ping. It's like it's kind of like an anti like overwork culture thing. It's just like chill. Like it's not that important. The world will keep spinning if you don't work yourself to death. But yeah, I think that's a very important thing. It's just realizing that, again, not everything, you don't have to have an opinion on everything, and you don't have to be involved in everything. It's fine. Yeah, I've very much enjoyed kind of like logging off a lot of the pop culture stuff. It's too much nonsense.
I like it. I was like, JD got a good last word in there.